A young photojournalist traveling with me in El Salvador asked, "What do you look for when you photograph a story?" How do you find the story amid so many possibilities? Look at a man's hands, I said, and a child's shoes, if she has any. Their hands and shoes will tell you what even they have never yet dared to say. You have to find the words no one is saying, I said. There's a lot of noise and people shouting, politicians, celebrities, activists, press conferences and protests, grand openings, new products, preachers and traveling carnivals, not to mention bombs and earthquakes. But the quiet are quiet with their words that come ever so slowly, if at all. They're not speaking to anyone because they don't even know they have anything to say. Find the quiet person, I said, and find a way to listen to their life, but be warned. To go this way will not give you quick answers, and it will require something from you too. You must be patient and have dinner and sit for a while. Even a president will tell you what he has yet to say if you take the time to sit with him. He will say how he loves to watch his daughter dancing when she doesn't know he's looking. Because the quiet man has not yet learned what he is expected to say, I said, he may say nothing, or he may say everything and tell you about his wedding day 40 years ago, or about the day his father died and he felt completely alone in the world. He may tell you his feet hurt and his hands ache. You'll be tempted to overlook these things. Don't overlook them, because they will tell you who he is, and in him you will begin to see his nation, whether he leads it or digs its graves. I showed her the photographs of the old cowboy of Morrison, the village of a devilish war massacre. I said, "Look at what the earth is written on his body. He is a book that, if you take the time to go to him, you can read. What kind of book will he be? A romance? A western? It will be the story of his life. And because he is Salvadoran, it will be a book about El Salvador. Maybe not the whole story, but the essence, because in every acorn is an oak tree." There are things you'll be tempted to avoid in your story, I said. Embarrassing things or horrible things. Some people believe the poor are embarrassing and want to avoid showing them. Others exploit the poor, using them as mere illustrations or worse, to make a statement about their own indignation. You must not shy away from the truth. You also must not indulge your indignation. Your job is reality. As a general rule, I find it's better to withhold images that unnecessarily hurt people. But some hard things must be shown. You must not shy away from showing a president his dirt roads and poverty. But don't fall into the activist trap of hiding people's smiles. And on the subject of the poor, not only is dignity evident in dirty fingernails, so is kindness. Things close to the earth express the earth's patience. One thing personally that has surprised me in El Salvador has been people's patience. Don't forget the hands, and be kind. After the horrors, the visits to the killing sites and the prisons with their men whose bodies were wound together like a rope, after my new injury and my almost fighting with an old witch who I suspected had served the gangs and blood ceremonies, after my walking beside the religious pilgrims in their sacred Easter devotion, the young journalist traveling with me seemed to lose her words. We were walking towards our truck after an exhausting day in the prisons, and I wanted to say, "I cannot tell you I know what I'm talking about, but I can tell you what I know." I didn't say it to her in that moment, but later that night I thought it to myself. I know hands and eyes are a better language than words. I know light writes on a body in a language no pen can. I know that when I stood before the killing tree, I internalized the pain I had imagined, but know was true. And by that night, I was in excruciating pain in my hip and leg that lasted weeks and which the doctors could not explain. I thought, I know that too often I have craved the hunt, and maybe I have lived in pride of what my photographs and stories might capture and convey. And I confess to myself a terrible pride in every time I have been shot at, as if a bullet missing me had somehow made me brave. I wanted to say to her, I know the world is full of pain, but it's also full of wonder.